Okay, so this is to guide you on how to use this software to apply payment for your students. Now, basically, I already showed you how to add customers under the customers tab, and we said use the add button here to add a customer. So here, let's say I want to add John Doe, John, John, okay, John, okay, and then under others here, I'll select the group John belongs to, or I'll create a new group. Let's say I want to create a new group which is grade 2. So click OK. So I've created grade 2 and select it. So I can also change it if I want to. So this is it. And then customer's name is John, okay, under grade 2. I can always edit the grade. Like for example, this Olichunwa does not have a grade. So if I right click on this, I will I would uh, add this person, or I can edit this customer and then go to go to order, then change this to the grade I desire. Let's say I want her to be in grade 5. Also under info, you can have opening balance or balance due. You can adjust the balance of the student. So that's if they are owing some money, you can do that from here. So that is it. Now here is the last recent invoice that was created for this person in grade 3. So one thing very important, you can check people owing using this customers module, and you can find the customers module under this section, customers. So you can use the customers module to be able to know the people that have paid recently or people that have not paid. As you can see, Jane here is owing, as not paid at all, this person not paid at all, and this person not paid at all. So if you have a list of students you've created, you observe they have zero balance, and some of them that are paid, from the date you'll be able to know when the invoice was generated. You'll be able to create uh, a fresh invoice for them. As you can see, all these invoice numbers. You can also check the people owing. For example, for new term, I can create a new invoice number for my new term so that I can also check the invoice, and from invoice I can filter them out. And also under display customer group, I can check customers group here. Let's say I want to check everybody in grade 2 to know all the people that are paid. So from the invoice number which I've created, I'll be able to identify them. If I every term is always advised to use a new invoice number, generate new invoice numbers for the students. So we'll show you how to generate this invoice number. So this is how to create students list. Okay, so now we'll go to invoices. Now to create an invoice or to view an outstanding invoice, when you click on invoice, you can be able to see the outstanding invoice or invoices that were created or invoices that you have as draft, or the ones draft is usually invoices that you saved before. So you have all invoices created. You can sort them out last month and all those other things. You can be able to check the invoices created recently. So if I want to add a new invoice, all I need to do is to use this tab here, create new invoice. So once I click create new invoice, the first thing I will see is the customer. So here I have to open a customer list by selecting the customer. I can also check the group I want to apply invoice. I can just select grade 3 to see who is in grade 3. I could select the list of students in grade 3. I could select grade 5 to see the list of students in grade 5. So if I click on this, hold on, I'm in a meeting. I'll call so if I click on grade 5 and I'll double click on this, so it brings out the students. So here the new invoice being created. So here I can create a new invoice number. So I could use second, sorry, I could use this, maybe, which is 2023. Sorry, 2 for second term, and then 001 something. First term will be 100. So for second term, we usually advise we use 200 to start with. Alright, so now sales person, you can use your name or you can ignore that. Now paying this, I already explained, this is the terms of payment. So it could be that you want the payment is immediately, or paying this, usually you want the system to be able to tell you or remind you that this list of persons are owing. So you could select 60 days, 30 days, 15 days, depending on when you want the system to notify you, or when you check the list of customers owing for students, so you'll be able to know under this section. So if I'm not applying paying days and I want to use cash on delivery, that is after confirming payment from the school account. So when you select this will be disabled. And then we select the account. So we want this to be under maybe checking account. So here quantity as 1, here item will be maybe school fees. Or if the usually it's, you can type this because the school fees varies. School fees grade 1. Same thing here. School fees for type it grade 1. So if the school fees for grade 1 is 95,000. So immediately you finish typing, press enter. You have your balance total here and your total here. So now for number 2, for the quantity here is always 1. Then this could be school bus. So I type school bus. School bus. Then depending on the location, maybe school bus independence layout. 20,000 or 30,000 depending, or let's say 15,000 So if I press enter, I have this. Then books, all those things. So books, can select books, feeding. If I have feeding money, so select it. Can change the price if I want to. So these are the things you can. The moment you type anything, the system saves it for you. So subsequently, you can select them, and the system will call it up for you. So all these things will always be populated each time you click on this drop down arrow. So if I click any other information, if there are other informations you need to add, you can add them. And if you wish to provide discount for the child, you can always apply discount. Fixed amount, usually maybe the amount of discounts you want to add, or by percentage, depending on you. So I'll click back, or I'll click cancel if I don't want to. So remove item is usually when you want to remove it. Sometimes you can make a mistake by clicking here and these things come. So there are no informations here. When you try to record, to not allow. So basically you can delete it by clicking here to delete. Okay, so now here the next thing to do is to record. You can record your work or record the transaction. Okay, so if I come here now, I click on invoices, I'll see the last invoice issued for this person. So that way, if I want to apply payment, I can apply the payment. So this invoice was created, but there was no payment applied. So if I want to apply payment, I'll right click and click on apply payment. So payment can actually be part. Maybe this person paid 70,000. Maybe I click inside the column and I read 70,000. So I could select cash or bank deposit or any other platform method I want to use. So once I click on record to show me the balance, this person is still owing and this person has partially paid. And if maybe the person is paying, or if I right click, I could click on apply payment or control Y to control Y for shortcut. There's no need to edit this amount column. So since the person is paying in full, all I need to do is to record. So record. I can also print the invoice. Print invoice for this particular customer or this particular student by selecting this student and then click print. Or I'll preview if I want to. If I click on this and I want to preview the invoice. So once I click on preview, I'll be able to see the invoice created for this child. So bill to this child's name and then the invoice. So that's it. So invoices and the logos, school logos, and every other thing can be customized to carry the school logo, school address, phone numbers, and other things by setting logos and other things here. So we'll close this. So that is it. This person has paid. This person has paid. So this person partially paid. So that is it for invoices. If I click back, I know of course you can see my balance has increased. If I click on my customers section here, customers, and if I want to select all customers, I'll be able to see all the people that are paid recently. As you can see, this person has zero balance, not owing anything. All these people are not owing. This person is owing. So at a glance, I can see all the people owing. So that is why sometimes it's advisable that you can create the invoices down for all the students. So when they pay, be able to start applying their payments. I can see now this person has zero balance and the invoice is this maybe first term. I used, like I said, 101 for first term. So 20 second term, so that you can easily identify the invoices created if you want, but it's optional. So here I can see the balances. If I've created invoice for my students, I'll be able to see their balance. For here, this person is owing me. The same thing, if I want to sort this by grades, I'll be able to select the grade and I'll check over here. Of course, I've seen that this person now is on zero balance. But some we also have to be careful too when you're selecting all of this. You observe that this customer, John Okay and Oluchungwa, they do not have any invoice here, which means that you've not issued any invoice at all for them. But this person has an invoice. As you can see, if I double click on it, I'll be able to see if I right click and I can open up their invoice to see. If I click on apply payment, I'll be able to see their transaction by clicking. Oh, sorry, I'll be able to view their transaction by seeing this invoice. Last invoice generated. So this customer here does not have. This customer here carried out recent transaction on this date, and this is the due date. I mean, because there was a recent transaction with this person, and this is the invoice date. This is the invoice number. I mean, so basically, I have invoice numbers for these people, but then here, these two people, there are no invoice number, which means there are no transactions carried out in their account. So let's say I want to create another payment for a customer. So if I click create invoice, and this time around, this person paid cash. And so if I come, this child here, this John okay paid cash. If I select it, I just go, of course, cash on delivery, and then of course no, this is 2 now. The previous one was 1. I change this to checking account, and then if I want salesperson, I can always maybe use my name. Let me use my name as a salesperson. So here now, let's say let me just use something I've used before. Because it's school fees grade 1. From here to select school bus. You see as it's populating without me typing or feeding. As you can see, I have this already. So, and then this tiny arrow here will allow me to record with payment. So this child actually paid. So if I click record, select record with payment, it will come up with this platform. So cash or check. So depending on what you want to select. So if I select cash, I can receive it. So by default, you can always use cash. So if I click receive, the payment has been received. So of course my balance too has increased here. So if I go to invoices, I'll be able to see this transaction 130,000 was carried and the person paid. This child paid. So that way you're able to know people that are, like I said, people that are owed and the people that have paid, made their payment. Like I said, this particular, like I said, there are some persons that have not paid at all. So you can get that information under customers. They've not even been issued an invoice at all. So if I double click on this, I'll see customer details. You can edit it if I want to. And usually if the child is no longer in the school, you can remove this, you can check this. This customer is, you can check this, the customer will no longer be active. So now, you can also add their phone numbers so that you can easily call them if you want to. So let's say I want to apply invoice for this customer now. So if I select this customer, I can click invoice from here. So here, let's say I selected some transactions for this child, school fees. Then come here again and select another transaction, school bus. And I select another transaction, feeding. And then let me say I want to add another club, club, club. Call the club 20,000. So for present. So I have different prices here. So I like, if you, like I said, clicking on record means that the person has not paid. So if I click record, alright, I have to select. Remember, you have to select the account. Now let me select my name too. So if I click record, an invoice will be generated, and of course you see that this person has a balance of 130,000. That this balance means that this person is owing 130k, and this person is owing 55k, and these people have zero balance because they are not owing. They've cleared their bills, and they remember this person did not have any invoice before, but now she has an invoice. So you can get that under the customer section to see. So 130k. So these are ways you can, that can help you track people owing, then they're able to help you take informed decisions, to also know balances due and people that is owing you or are not giving you money. For example, if you watch at a glance here, at a glance, account receivable, this account yet to be received, the account yet to be balanced. So you, there, people, so two students, the other one 155k, the other one 35k, total is about this amount. So to show you that some persons are owing. So at a glance, you can actually know the people owing you even without opening. So these are ways you can track it. So it's always advisable to prepare invoices ahead of time so that it can help you. So when the student pays, you can be able to clear them. Thank you very much. I hope you're able to understand this.